I am back at the park that I was at last week, so it's going to be part 2. When I hit this park last week, I went to the left of the main trail. Middle trail had a lot of fresh plugs. So since I did mostly everything to the left, going to the squeeze point of where the bottle dump is, I decided to go to the right side because it's closer to the homes that used to be connected to the park. When I went to the right, entering basically the area that would be worked by a normal metal detectorist, I found more plugs, fresh plugs everywhere. So somebody's been here recently. That one over there, that one was for me. I haven't filled that in completely yet. We got a couple squirrels coming towards me. He's charging me like he wants to test me. Oh, look at the little ones going after the big one. So anyhow, there's fresh plugs just in that general area over there. And it looks like he didn't scan the whole area because I don't know how he missed this. This is definitely period from the 1800s. Nice old buckle. So I'm going to work this area pretty hard. If you notice the tree there, that's original from back in the day. That's old. There's a lot of oldies back here. A lot of old trees. Walnut, maple, birch, everything. So I'll be back for sure. I didn't have to go far, not far from the buckle, and I'm pulling up an Indian 1901. So they're still here. Keep looking. Next find is a darkened 1944 wheat. They sure don't look as good as that Indian. I am a little bit further away, moving closer to the houses, and I'm getting more squeaks, so it's going to probably take longer in between finds, but maybe whoever was here never went that close, so we'll see what happens. Boy, she rough looking. Well, I kind of moved in an area where I haven't seen any fresh plugs from anyone. Getting closer to the houses, and there's a train going by. Oh, I find this. Made out of copper or brass. What could that have gone to? It's kind of an interesting piece. I'll clean it up and get a better look inside later. It almost kind of looks like a loaf of bread with a little extra on the corners. I don't know, or a weird Mickey Mouse. I thought I got away from the previous metal detectorist that was here, but I'm finding plugs all over this right side. But somehow he missed this. An old relic. Copper doorknob. There was an 1800 somewhere around here, and I think it was actually in this area, so I might be getting closer. I want to go back to the bottle dump, to be honest with you, so I'm going to work a little bit closer to the road. I'm waiting for my boy Steve to come. He's supposed to be meeting me at 1 o'clock. I believe it's after 1, because it feels like I've been here forever, and I can't wait for him to get here so I can go back to the car and take my sweater off. It's a little warmer than I thought it was. Now I'm sweating like crazy. Give me a second drink too. Let me keep at it. My boy Steve finally made it. And the surface find, it was only partially in the ground. You can see where it was wet. Another mason jar lid. Last week I ended up getting, I think it was 20 of them. I don't know what I'm going to get this week. Might be just as many. End up pulling up a master lock. Someone must have been breaking into something and chucked it in the woods. Now, these are the easy ones to pick too. You only have, you know, 9,999 options. Look at this thing. You never know what you come across in the woods. It runs on a track. It looks like it digs, but then there's some kind of excavator thing on the top. Dang. Man, can you imagine? Oh, look at the engine in the back. 4-cylinder. Dang. So I got the manifold on there. That must be the oil pan, the gearbox in the back or off to the side. Look at the size of that chain. Where did he sit? He must have sat. No, I couldn't have sat in there. Couldn't see nothing. Could you? I don't know. Yeah, I never seen no contraption like this. Well, I hit a spot where I was pulling up shells and oyster shells and stuff like that. And so far I collected 2 palms. Here's one that's like medium size. And I found a larger size. Now I know they make bigger than this. I really like these milk glass palms. So I'm kind of going to save my coins in a lot of these. I'm going to eventually find the tops for them or swap them out over time when I find tops. Another thing I like is these. That one's complete, which is pretty cool. Where I get a lot of the larger amount of coins like Indians and wheats and stuff like that, I'm going to put these in, I'm going to put them into a larger, what do you call them, mason type jar. And then I end up finding this. I'm thinking this is an inkwell. This is 1 1/4 ounce on the bottom. Could be perfume, but I'm not quite sure. But that's an awesome bottle. It's real thick. It's got some character to it. And train's going by right now, if you can hear. So we're at the bottle dump area, and we're fine-tooth combing it. We've got another half of this park that we have not explored yet, and I haven't found any plugs coming this way, which is good. So hopefully we'll keep finding some old. And I'm looking for milk bottles too. I want a bunch of them. I found one last week and it was a half pint, which is pretty cool. It wasn't broken, and it's not often I find milk bottles that are not broken, so I'm happy with that. I'm going to keep digging and see what I can get next. The next thing I found is a cap off to something, and it's actually got a hallmark on it. I don't know if you can see that well. It's kind of look like it's about to rain out or something. It's getting dark out, but this looks very 1950-ish. I'm not sure what the thing is on top, but then a B and an A. Interesting. I'll look that one up. I really like that cap. If I try, I could probably take it off, but I'll leave it on. Look at this. Was that like a surface find?
Yeah. No, it was underneath all the leaves. Yeah. Okay. Pretty much.
Steve ended up getting this. We're thinking it almost looks like something for communion. Right? You know, a little here, and yeah. Glory to the Father, the Son, and the Holy Spirit. Well, that's a pretty cool find. Found a few more bottles. This one looks like it's got milk in it. Look at this thing. What do you think? I put on there $500 for anybody to take a swig out of this. The top isn't rusted yet, so it can't be too polluted with too much water. I don't know. Ooh, that's disgusting. Anyhow, while I'm digging that, I think I found another inkwell. I did find another door handle, but I think that might be an inkwell. It's got a stop part on there. See where it stops when the cap goes on? So it could have been ink. It's kind of interesting. Found a real small Palms. The lip balm. That's pretty cool. More ball caps. So I'm having a ball, that's for sure. That's about it. But I found another interesting spot. I think that's a medicine bottle. Bell ends. It's got like a cork top. And then I found an old compact. So far. Alright, I was digging in another section. I got it off the Richter scale, so I ended up pulling this, and everyone probably recognized that goes underneath the table. But then I pulled up this old vintage car. Look at this sucker. It's nice. Even the wheels are semi still on there. It's a little crushed in the back, but I could probably pull that out, give her a little cleaning, and she'll look wonderful. I'll find out the maker mark in a second. Look, I found a gun. It was about an inch down or so, come up like a 27. Interesting. To wrap up today's video, this is part 2 of the park. This is our second week there. Ended up getting 63 cents from 1901 to 2008. I did a little bit better on the clad. Not that I'm looking for it, but I went a different path this time. I went to the far right, found fresh plugs, but once I got past that, stuff started picking up, so I ended up getting some more coins. Some of the stuff was next to plugs that were previously made, so I don't know. Maybe the guy pulled up a bottle cap and thought that was it and kept pushing, but nevertheless, ended up getting 8 ball caps. I probably could have got a couple more, but we didn't spend a whole lot of time in the bottle dump. We were pushed back further, and then when we did get to the bottle dump, we went through it and tried to make it to another area. But all together, so far, I pulled out like over 28 ball caps or mason jar lids from that place. Started getting a little bit better in the bottles. This is an old medicine bottle. 2 ink bottles. I really like the way that one looks. That's pretty cool. That one's not bad either. 2 ponds, or 3 actually. This one's the big one. They even have one that's even larger than this. I'm still looking for it, but I want one of every size and just stagger them down. I think that'd be pretty cool. So that's my goal. And to find tops. Like I found this top here. I know it even has a hole, but anytime I can find one that's better, I'll upgrade the tops and discard the old ones. So like this doesn't obviously fit any of the ones here, but I've got some upstairs I found in the past. This might fit. So if it does, I'll clean it up real good and put it on there. Got a blue jar. This kind of reminds me of Vicks. Could have been. It's different. I like the color. I'll probably hang this in a window. Get some sunlight going through it. Do a little bit of cleaning. You can see I missed some goo on there. This is like a little lip balm. It almost looks like something that would be sold today. I would have never thought that they would have had something real small like this for women to carry in their purse or whatever, but yep, they did back in the day. A stopper, probably a perfume stopper, where this was actually longer. It's probably out to here. It dipped into perfume and they would put it on their wrists. This is an interesting find. Someone wore this out. Someone could have shot in the middle, but it was most likely probably a table sat on here, one of the legs, and it just wore out and eventually cracked. Someone put too much pressure on there. I saved another one of these. That was pretty cool. Usually these are always busted, and this one's kind of neat. Look, it's got a bubble in it. You don't feel it here, but on this side, I can actually feel the bubble, and it actually passed, and they put that out for sale. Buckle, toy gun, and the prize of the day, and she's ugly. Boy, she look like she went through a nice hot fire, don't she? I guarantee you that thing went through some type of fire. But it's a Tootsie. Me and Steve were looking at this thing here, trying to guess who made this. I didn't know Tootsie made big cars like this, but this is made in the United States of America. And then right here is Tootsie toy. She's seen better days, but she'll look good in a shadow box, that's for sure. We are going to go back to the park. There's still 1/3 of it we have not detected yet. And I have no idea even what it looks like, because this path that we took and it ended up at the end of the bottle dump, it got real narrow and then it opens up again real big. So I don't know if it's woodsy, brushy. I have no clue. It could be all grass for all I know. But whatever the case may be, is I guarantee we'll find more good stuff at that place. And when it comes to the bottles, a nice cool bottle, ink wells and stuff like that, I'm sure there's more there. The bad part is it's fall time right now, and from last week to this week, the leaves have fallen off all the trees so much that it's starting to blanket the top of all the bottles and everything. It's just making life a little bit harder to dig or to recognize where the clumps of bottles are located. So, but I don't know. We'll go back next week and we'll fight through it and hopefully grab some more cool stuff, save some history. So if you guys like, please give me a thumbs up. And for you guys that haven't subscribed, please subscribe. I'm going to have videos every single week. This isn't going away. I'm not going to be a fly-by-night. I'm not going to waste your time by showing you pennies and nickels and dimes, you know, modern-day coins. You know, I'll show you Wheaties and older. But, you know, wrap-up videos, clad just goes here. That's it. I've been to places where I've got nothing but clad. I just won't make a video. You know, if you want to watch videos on clad, I can tell you tons of people that make those type of videos. But I want to show you guys history. I like saving history and displaying it. So hopefully you do too. And if you do, get out there and swing and save some history. I can't do it by myself. So I'll see you guys next week. Thanks for watching, and bye-bye.